What is going on YouTube? My name is Lucas and today I'm going to talk about why Tesla is dropping and if it's actually a good opportunity to get in and buy now. So if you're interested in Tesla, then I suggest you stay tuned right after this. Before I electrify you guys with Tesla stock, I ask that you guys subscribe to the YouTube channel, smash that like button, comment down below, and now it's time to get into the video. I mean, you guys know exactly what Tesla stock is all about, and you guys know that they are constantly in the headlines. I mean, they really are. There is always someone talking about Tesla, an analyst. If you turn it to any stock channel on the TV, they're probably talking about Tesla at some point, whether it's positive or negative. If you go to any type of website that involves stocks, there's probably an article that someone has written on Tesla, whether it's positive or negative. And you got to think about it. I mean, Tesla is the #1 electrical vehicle company out there, hands down. Tesla is also the #1 automobile maker, hands down. And they're also probably top 5, potentially top 3 in tech companies. I mean, they really are. I would definitely say top 5. But that's how big Tesla is. That's how much of an impact they've not only made on the United States, but that's how big of an impact they're making on the world. And I'm definitely going to touch on some of the world news, that's expected to come out. I think Tesla is no question a powerhouse. I think Tesla is a great stock. I'm an investor, and I believe in the direction in which Tesla is going. No question. If you search YouTube, I mean, let's just go to YouTube, go to the search bar, and if you type in Tesla stock, you're going to get a whirlwind of just different opinions. You're going to see everything from the likes of a price point of $7,000. You're going to see the likes of price points at $4,000. You're going to see people saying that you should have sold everything you had before the split. You're going to see things that say, hey, buy as much as you possibly can after the split. There's analysts out there that are like, hey, this stock is horrendous. Don't even, touch it. Stay away from it. Like I said, you're going to see everything you possibly can. And this is one of those, that's the funny thing. This is a video that is going to be talking about Tesla in that manner as well. I'm not necessarily going to give you a crazy price point of like $7,000. I'm not going to tell you that you need to go and sell everything you own Tesla related. This video is going to provide you with some information on where this stock currently is trading at, why it's trading down, and where it should be expected here to finish out Q4. It's really time to start breaking this stock down and give you pieces of information on why the stock is actually down, and where we should expect this thing to move forward. And I kind of will give you a direction for Q4. And so why we're currently down, that's obviously a great question. There's a lot that could be playing into that. And I think there are kind of two answers. The first answer, I think, is because a lot of people are taking profits. I think there was a lot of people that really loaded up before the stock split. They got in at a phenomenal price. I can honestly say I got in at a phenomenal price. I thought I was getting in high, and come to find out the thing just kept running, and Tesla went up and up and up. So there is no question that there's probably a lot of people who really made some major money off of Tesla, and now that we have split, they're getting out and they're probably going to try to get in at a lower price. It makes sense. That's part of stock trading. That's a part of the stock market. That's how it works. So that is part A. I think part B is that right out the gate, obviously since the split, Tesla is down 19%. This is going to be its 3rd consecutive day of being down. And so with that being said, right out the gate, Tesla came out and offered up a public offering worth $5 billion. Now, it's not all going to pour in immediately, and the SEC is a part of this, obviously. And so it's going to be at Tesla's discretion. And what they basically are saying is that at any point, they are willing to offer those shares up, and it's going to be at what Tesla is currently trading at. And it's going to be through, Tesla's discretion, and it's going to be provided by the banks. So I do think that, that really kind of had an impact. It seems like anytime a stock offers up public offerings, it causes the stock to go down for a couple days. They came out and said that basically what they're going to use this money for is to strengthen their balance sheet. And I think that only solidifies, where Tesla's headed. It's obviously putting it to a good cause. It's putting it in the right place. Most companies in this situation would be putting it towards some form of production, or ramping up production, or really creating an infrastructure, or building a plant. In this case, all those things I listed, Tesla is pretty solid at. So it makes sense that Tesla would put it towards their balance sheet and just continue to grow the company in a positive direction. Over here, and really kind of provide you a little bit more supporting evidence on why, Tesla is declining. And I think that it'll kind of sum up my personal thoughts on this. And then I think at that point we've hit the bottom, at least the bottom for my opinion on the decline. The next trend is going to be up. So swinging over here, CNBC also stated that in a note to clients Wednesday, Credit Suisse said that 4 key factors have been driving the rapid appreciation in the shares, including short investors covering their positions, as well as passive investors purchasing shares ahead of possible inclusion in the S&P 500. In other words, reasons beyond the company's fundamentals are driving stock performance. And so right there with what it's saying, that all sounds positive, but in my honest opinion, I think at this point, it's almost like Tesla is running on pure adrenaline. It's like you're getting to the point where you can't function anymore, and your adrenaline kicks in, and that's solely what you're going on. And I think that potentially is where Tesla was at when we're talking about stock price. I do think it was reaching a point where we were bound to see a regression. It's very important to note there that they feel that, Tesla is going to be entering into the S&P 500. I do feel that they are going to be entering in the S&P 500. I don't really have a determination on when I think they'll enter, the S&P 500, but they've obviously checked everything off the box, have met the positive returns on quarterly earnings for the proper amount of time. They've conducted the stock split, which will help include them into the S&P 500. So they're basically checked everything off the box. I think we're just at the point to get the official word that they are now a part of the S&P 500. I do think that that's going to be part of this uptrend that I'm going to be talking about. And, a lot of, hedge funds are then going to have to start including Tesla into a lot of those funds. And I think that's a huge deal. And that's only going to help drive the price up. Provide you this thought from Market Watch, and it comes from an analyst point of view. And it's not clearly every single analyst's point of view, but you're going to find out that there is quite a few of them that feel the way that this article is stating. And I think it's going to be an eye-opener, and I do think that a lot of investors in Tesla will brush this one off. But I think it's kind of important to pay attention to, just to kind of have a perspective on where these analysts are at. So swinging over here, according to Market Watch, despite such strong investor conviction, 81% of analysts don't recommend buying. Of the 36 analysts surveyed by FactSet, only 7 or 19% have the equivalent of buy ratings on Tesla stock, and only one of those analysts had a price target of $500. That was above Monday's closing price. Meanwhile, half the analysts had the equivalent of hold ratings, and 11 analysts, or 31%, had the equivalent of sell ratings. The average price target of all analysts was $261.85, according to FactSet, which implied a 47% drop from Monday's closing price. So as you guys can see, there's a lot of analysts that feel that, like I was stating earlier, it was running on pure adrenaline, and at some point we were basically just due for a drawback. Providing a little bit more information from the analyst. And so this says RBC's SPAC recognizes that Tesla is clearly ahead of its competition, has relatively inexpensive access to capital, the ability to attract talent, an incredible brand, and understands that narrative momentum and other factors can impact the stock price. But he still believes that ultimately a company's value is related to fundamental factors. Basically, he's suggesting that one of the biggest risk factors to Tesla stock isn't good or bad fundamental news, but how investors value the news. And I think that is so impactful because it's honestly the truth. You know, I think a lot of people respond to news, and I think that there's a lot of people that own Tesla just because of the name Tesla. You know, before probably 2 quarters ago, this company wasn't even profitable yet. And it was just like I stated, there's just a lot of people that want to be a part of Tesla. And, you know, rightfully so. I can say that I'm a part of them for probably a lot more reasons than the title Tesla. But, you know, my initial, coming out the gate was like, man, this is Tesla. As an investor and a long-term investor, I feel that Tesla needs to be in a lot of people's portfolios. And the only reason I say that is just because I think Tesla is that stock. All that being said, we are time to take off. And I'm going to provide you exactly what's going to do that, and that is going to be Battery Day. And most of you guys know exactly what Battery Day is going to consist of. You may not know exactly what material is going to be provided, but you know that there's a good chance Tesla is going to announce some huge news, and it's going to make a huge impact on this stock. And that's going to be in the positive direction. So I'm going to swing over here and provide you a little bit more details because I was able to find out for myself a little bit more details on what Battery Day is really going to consist of. Silicon nanowire anode. This technology could allow Tesla and partners to produce batteries with much longer ranges and life. And you know, we obviously knew that they were going to be talking about a battery that creates more longevity and is going to last longer. But what I found out too is that's how Elon Musk invited all of his guests to Battery Day. Was he sent a silicon nanowire anode, and people started make the connections. Silicon anode, battery. I'm sorry. Continuing on. Manufacturing redesign. And I think this is a big one. It says Tesla plans to build cars at its upcoming European Gigafactory in Berlin. There, the CEO said the facility will be home to a radical redesign of the core technology of building a car. He added Battery Day will include some of what Tesla is going to be doing in Berlin. So continuing on. The million-mile battery. The idea, a million-mile battery, is very intriguing and is going to attract a lot of interest. And what I mean by that is I think a lot of people are really just so heavily involved with Battery Day just for that simple idea right there. To finish up and wrap this thing up as far as what's expected, utility aspirations. And it says Tesla applied for a utility license in the United Kingdom. Earlier this week, we learned that automaker received a license to distribute electricity in Western Europe. Not only that, but Tesla also sent a survey to current owners in Germany, filling out what would prompt them to switch from their current energy provider. The automaker and owners further asked if they'd purchase a Powerwall and even allow Tesla to control when they can charge their EV. And I think that this is kind of a really big deal because that sounds like Tesla is trying to become an electric grid. I'm telling you guys, get your seatbelts, strap them on, get tightened in. I didn't mean to make a pun out of that or anything, but I'm telling you guys, get ready for this stock. It is about to, head to the moon. And it really is. I think that we are just in preparation for Battery Day, and it's coming up here in a short few weeks. I also want to remind you guys that I am not a financial advisor, and anything that I say in this video is for entertainment purposes only. And truly, that's what I try to do, entertain you guys. Also, you should be doing your own due diligence when it comes to stocks like this or the stock market in general. Take your time, do your research, and then invest your money into that research that you've committed to. And you guys know how I do it. If you like this video, smash that like button. And if you enjoy the content, because I'm going to keep the content flowing, subscribe to my YouTube channel. And as always, have a good day.